All right, welcome to the September BioSource Baits newsletter. Okay, talk through it with you. Remember, you can always get your own copy of this at the BioSource Baits website. There's a sign up section at the bottom of the first page. So if you're interested, yeah, sign up. So, talk you through it. Summer Sizzlers, well, it's been hot, hasn't it? So, it turns out that Impulse does really, really well under hot conditions as well as cold conditions, which we'll start talking about in a few months. But there's our first contributor. So we've had some interesting and quite exciting reports from users of the bait, anglers and testers. And there's Mark, right? So Mark Monkey Stewart, he fished his venue and got 330s in the session, and he was literally the only one catching on the lake, and it was 30-degree weather, so super hot conditions. Mark was fishing impulse pellets with the PVA bag, did really, really well. So that's a really nice picture there of Mark with one of his 30s. That's good. You can read his report. All these reports are repeated with permission. Okay. Oh, next one, Emma. Yes, so Emma Perring, daughter of Matthew Perring, and Matthew, her dad, proud dad, submitted this picture of Emma with her personal best 2912 Carp, which she caught using Impulse products. And Matthew is actually a tench guy, right? And Matthew, when tench fishing, accidentally caught 330s and his personal best carp of, get it right, 45.4 on Impulse baits. So it does work for tench, but Matthew was unfortunately plagued with 30-pound carp. What can you do? Okay. All right. So that was cool. Nice report there from Matthew. Thank you, Matthew, if you're watching. Lights, camera, action. Luke Venus has been really doing a great job for us this last month. He's been producing some longer content pieces. The one he just recently produced, which I've got linked here, is the blank saver. So Luke turned up at a venue he'd never fished before. He just took a bag of Impulse pellets and practically emptied the place. So Luke did really well, caught more than everyone around him, and you can follow Luke on his journey there. And it's a really nice, if you are going to a venue for the first time and you don't know where to fish or how to fish, the in technique or whatever, take a bag of pellets and hopefully, as Luke will show you, you'll catch a few. All right. Finally, doctor's note. Talking about fishing in the heat, I went to a place near me called Braidwood Lake, and Braidwood is a town about 60 miles southwest of Chicago, and it's famous because it has a nuclear power plant, and the cooling water from the power plant is in the Braidwood Lake. Okay, so the water is cooled. The water is used to cool the plant, but it gets hot itself, right? So the water on the day I fished was 45 Celsius or 113 Fahrenheit, and I've never fished in water that hot before. But I did catch, all right, and there's a video there. I did use an underwater camera, which is nice. The fish are a little lethargic. You can see them on camera, but they do clearly turn on when Impulse baits, pellets in my case, were introduced. So yeah, well worth a look, and it's called Operation Catfish. I went down there to try and catch a catfish for my research group, and she, I think, is a female catfish. You can tell a little bit from the color. She's now in our tank at work, and so we're doing bait studies with the catfish at work now. Finally, last thing, just the usual advice to people: if you are using Impulse products, be sure to follow the instructions, right? So by following the instructions, you keep it within the optimal range of concentration, and that's key. Okay, and the instructions, you can just download them from the site biosourcebaits.com, or you do get a free booklet with every order from the website. Okay, so no excuses, right? Okay, but the trick is to establish a minimum amount of Impulse in the swim. We call it threshold concentration, and to do that, basically you put in like a tangerine ball of ground bait or pellet, something about that size, and that gets the level just right. And then you fish as a match angler would to response, right? So you catch a fish, that means they're eating the bait, so you need to top up, right? So feed to response, catch a fish, put more in, okay? And you can kind of keep going almost indefinitely if you do it right, and that's been seen many times now. All right, hope that helps. Any questions? info@biosourcebaits.com. And real quick, it's kind of a very much an advance warning. There will be one more newsletter before the show, but Luke and Ian from Carpology and myself will be presenting at the Winter Carp Show in Sandown in the last weekend of November in 2025. So if you can make it there, it'd be great to have a chat. Okay, see you guys next time.